Norway in 2003. He was the only Norwegian male winner, but now a real big moment of truth now for Lars Berger. No Christian Schildal in the Norwegian team, despite being on an upward curve, and this is a really important moment for Berger. Lars Berger,
maybe the fastest man in skating when he is in his best form. He had a win in the World Championships for the military last year, and he had a win with almost 1 minute. And I think a man like from 1.8 up to 4.3. He was only 2.3 seconds in front of Rousselet. But now it's 14 seconds.
Yeah, so really has put his pedal down, foot on the pedal as he goes up this hill. Still going up to the high point, 4.3 kilometers. So he's still on the climb. In fact, he keeps, and it looks pretty good.
And it's a very easy double poling, double dance.
His girlfriend's actually Janet Klein, the German biathlete. Pietro PILLER on his way, and this man's also had some almost fantastic moments. The one that springs to mind actually was in Nagano in the 50-kilometer race, which was won by Bjorn Daly, where he actually skied off the track, dropped down into a ditch, lost so much time, but at the moment that he was doing that, he was really in contention, and then finished fourth in 2002. Now Tor Ruud Hofstad for Norway, and a real lively outsider, Hofstad, as he goes away. Nearly the whole field to go, and now it's Fulvio Valbusa. Valbusa for Italy, of course. His sister Sabina already in action earlier today.
Number 8.
And finishing, as you say, a decent 8th in the... But all his best work has really come in Classic. But when he was a junior, he did get a bronze medal also in the Junior Worlds over 30 kilometers freestyle. But back to Mr. Bjørndalen.
It's very good both for Vitons and for Axel Theismann.
Yeah, disappointing morning for the Germans in the women's race. Evie Sackenbacher the best at 18th place, and a minute and 33 seconds behind Katarina Neumanova. So they'll be for Norway. The first of their two biathletes, double poling, really sprinting home here. And
that's another.
Sorry, that's not him.
He's coming 20 meters behind.
Yeah.
There he's going to the finish line.
Yeah, a bizarre piece of direction, and we'll give you the time from Berger in a minute. And Lars Berger, 35 minutes and 6 seconds. So there is the realistic target. How competitive is that? He looks pretty happy with himself, I must say.
But they don't have the timing from the latest starters. Not more than for the first 4 kilometers. But I think he had done a strong end of his race, and that's a little bit new for Lars Berger.
The big question, though, is would Christian Schildal have been as or more effective?
Kilometers. But this man is very interesting.
COTTRER coming up to 5,800 meters. Remember, that's barely a third of the distance.
So he's still going faster than Lars Berger.
Did have one famous victory in the World Cup Tour. He's had a couple actually, but the one that springs to mind is the 50-kilometer freestyle victory that he had in Oslo in 1997. And you, being a Norwegian, will know what an honor it is when you win.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Norwegians talk about 50 kilometers classic at the Holmenkollen, but do they rate 50 kilometers freestyle as highly?
Front of Lars Berger. It's up to 9.3. After 5.8 it was 8.6 seconds. Now it's 17. It's a double.
And he looks very comfortable. It's flowing really well, PILLER. HOFSTAD for Norway, who's running behind PILLER.
Half a minute. But he is losing.
You can see there's the zest in his skiing is just not there.
He is tired, Tore Dovstad. You can also see it on his head.
Yeah, when you start to see the head moving and the upper body moving, it's a telltale sign. And 14 seconds. But to be fair,
lost
Gundalen seemingly not progressing here.
No podium for Rainer today. He's losing and Katla-Koski from Finland also.
Well, he need to produce something amazing to get ahead of Lars Berger. It isn't going to happen. He's speeding around down the straight. He's on the far side here, and you can see well past the time of Lars Berger. But the great biathlete through the line in 35.30 into the bronze medal position at the finish. Katla-Koski, so a lifetime best you suggested, and that time, even though he is in second place, looking better and better.
I think so. I think he will be a top 6 today.
So coming to the decisive stages, Pietro PILLER coming in to view very shortly.
He was up at the 11.8 kilometers. He is still 17 seconds in front of Lars Berger. It was the same at 9.3 kilometers. So Peter PILLER may be struggling a little in that steep uphill after 11 kilometers.
Well, joining us in the commentary box now, Danny Silva from Portugal. Danny, what was it like out there? You've just finished your run.
Yeah, well, it was quite difficult, I have to admit. Tough course, but hell of a crowd, which made it quite enjoyable. Yeah, I think, as you said, that hill, when you were speaking about VALBUSA, the hill was really, really tough. It takes a lot out of you. But hey, I finished, and I'm really happy that I finished. And
these trails here, they're big, they're wide, lots of spectators, but the hill, it's a big, long, endless climb, isn't it?
The course just now is Lars Berger together with Fulvio Valbusa.
I was going to say, Fulvio Valbusa getting stronger and stronger, because if you actually look at that, he was 10 seconds down at 9.3 kilometers. If PILLER fades, can Valbusa come in strong?
Yeah, it seems like that, and it seems also like we will have 2 Italian at the top 3 today. Lucas Bauer is tied up in the steep uphills after 11 kilometers. Lars Berger has a strong end of his race. Maybe Lars Berger also can be at the podium. Well, but we still have Teichmann and Bajtyczak and Vitos behind.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be something for the Italians to get 2 men into the podium? Teichmann, well, he's got to find 21 seconds in about 6 kilometers. That's a big ask even for him.
And Vitos is losing. The same is Teichmann. So I think it will be PILLER, Bauer, Valbusa and Berger.
Now you can see... it should be PILLER that they're concentrating on. That graphic wasn't the right one. PILLER goes into sprint mode, and he's chasing on Jens Philbrick. Oh, Philbrick crosses his skis and goes down, loses his concentration, and what a shame for the German. But PILLER fortunately out of trouble, coming towards the line, crosses the line now, inside 35 minutes, and Pietro PILLER ahead of Lars Berger. Katla-Koski now in 4th place, because Philbrick, despite that fall, has gone into 3rd place.
And it surely is the winner we saw with Pietro PILLER. It's only Fulvio Valbusa that can beat him.
Well, what a turn-up. 1987, Marco Albarello, winner in the 15-kilometer classic here, and it looks like being another Italian day. Look at this, past the time of Pietro PILLER, down chasing the time of Lars Berger, 35.06 to take second place, 35.25. He can easily do that. 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's done it. He's gone into second place there, HOFSTAD.
That could be the bronze medal.
It could be the bronze medal. Berger down to third, and he's the man now in danger. No points. It's all about medals for these men. Tor Ruud Hofstad, not the most consistent, but we put him in as a live outsider, as you just see the most uncharacteristic mistake. And almost that pressure, that mistake caused perhaps by Pietro PILLER. Last moments here, this may be a medal. What colour will it be? He's past the time of Pietro PILLER. He's trying to knock off Hofstad. He can't do that. He's going after Berger, and he's after Berger, and he only goes into fourth place. And that's the sign of a man who was running out of gas.
Only 4 seconds from the podium.
1:20, this is Fulvio Valbusa. Now look at the situation here, chasing Pietro PILLER. Remember, this is 13.3 kilometres and 7.9 seconds, and Valbusa's on a bit of a
Pursuit start later on.
So, 6 years. His junior, Pietro PILLER is 30.
Only 12 seconds. He won't manage to beat PILLER. Can he beat Tor Ruud Hofstad?
And it's Bacicek on the left-hand side, but forget about him at the moment. It's Bacicek and Fulvio Valbusa, 52.53. Hofstad is 35.03, coming to the line now. Fulvio Valbusa goes into second place, and would you believe it, it's an Italian 1-2. Unbelievable, with Hofstad of Norway in third place. Lars Berger drops to fourth and Bauer to fifth. What a day for the Italians.
Yeah, we talked about it. Fulvio Valbusa is still not too old. And he is as happy as Pietro PILLER.
Oh, it's
compared with Cepalova earlier today. She was also number 2.
Yes, tears in her case, joy for Fulvio Valbusa. Remember 2 years ago in Val di Fiemme, the team with flu going through it, Albarello leading the team, and then so much disappointment at the beginning of this season. Lots of arguments about Marco Albarello leading the team, almost a revolution. But now here at the World Championships, they open with a 1-2. Pietro PILLER and Fulvio Valbusa, well, they are going to be headliners in the Italian press today. And Tor Ruud Hofstad, what a great run. We said at the beginning, Inge, that he can run great races and he can run stinkers. Today was a great one.
He was number 2 in the last World Championship 2 years ago in the pursuit start, number 3 today. He is still very young.
So real delight amongst the Italians. The best Italian this morning in the women's race, Sabina Valbusa, 8th place, pretty respectable. And just having a look at the finish, the best Czech, Lukáš Bauer, the best Frenchman, Vincent Vito, in 6th place. Teichmann, the best for the host nation, Germany, ahead of his teammate Jens Filbrick in 8th. Katliakoski, top 10 for Finland. What a good result. Bacicek, last weekend's winner in Reitenwinkel, ahead of Ole Einar Bjørndalen, who finishes 11th. Bolshakov, the best for Russia, ahead of the young German Franz Göring. Giorgio Di Centa, 14th, ahead of the Swede Södergren in 15th. And then Remo Fischer for Switzerland, the best for his country, ahead of Christian Zorzi, 17th. Yuri Magal for the Czech Republic, ahead of Toby Anger at 19th. And Emmanuel Jonier for France, the top 20 here. But tears of happiness, tears of joy. Pietro PILLER on the right, Fulvio Valbusa on the left, and you have to be so happy for these two.
I think they are crying, both of those strong men here in Oberstdorf. One of the most heavy courses we have had in the championship ever, and we have 2 very good skiers here in the spring.
for Pietro PILLER, a first major individual World Championship medal for Fulvio Valbusa when he got the bronze medal over 15 kilometers in 1999 in the pursuit. But he's got a silver today, and Lars Berger, well, he's justified his selection here by finishing fourth.